where we last left off. The party, waking up in a strange place, not knowing why they were there, but two of them. The party managed to break out of this prison, which had no guard stationed, but a small gazer that was patrolling towards the ceiling that disappeared. The party then exited, finding a few rooms, two of which seemed insignificant, but one of them seemed to be a memorial in some ways, but also a grandiose showroom, almost, with many different statues. The party then continued onwards until the party's blood hunter heard a voice she recognised. Rushing in to see them, they came face to face with three individuals, one of which is the person she was hoping to find. The other, a regal-looking pale elf with long blonde hair that seems to dull slightly in dark purple and black attire, as well as a previously seen by two Calavan, a short-haired drow shrouded in hood and cloak. Considerably at their mercy, considering the state of the party, they entertained the party before doing whatever they planned to, and simply to ask what their plan was, what they were hoping to get out of any of this. That devolved slightly, and ended with significant damage to the party's monk. A bit more happened, and the appearance of another figure, that of Gorin, a large orcish figure that had at the time two axes, one of which Spencer's. The monk attempted to combat him after the elven man left to go speak with the person they previously knew as Oberon, though now referred to as Nimdrat. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, please tell me. The party...
You're good.
Okay. The party then, as their monk was brutally murdered due to her actions, ensued into a fight which none of them could win. The party's warlock snuck off to try and see what was outside and get away, try to figure things out, and found that that elven man now had possession over the deck of many things. Sneaking a card, but nearly dying in the process, the party's warlock managed to calm things down, leaving both him and the party's druid barbarian gravely injured. After that, the party was led into a room, a relatively large room with a long table inside of it, as well as two extra figures among those you've already seen. One, a blue dragon, half-dragon, sorry, not blue dragon, a blue half-dragon in relatively fine clothing, as well as a silver-haired, old-ish looking elven man He looked old for elves, so you can assume his age. And that is where we last left off. The doors have just opened. The man that sat at the table has looked up towards you. Our guests of honor. Well, I wasn't hoping to be fighting your... Not fighting... Okay, let me fucking start that over. My apologies. Well, if it isn't our guests of honor, please take a seat. As he sort of gestures with his hand.
Yeah, I'll take a seat.
I'll walk over to the closest seat and shit, that's not a word in English, is it? I'll sit down harshly. Yep.
Okay. If you want to move your piece to where it is, I'll just move Paris's because she doesn't use Roll20.
I mean, I'm in the Roll20.
You're always in the Roll20, you just never use it. Right. Well then, the elven man across from you, the previous one's speaking up. I should bring to your attention, Arnell, that these people were in possession of the deck of many things, as well as our mercenaries here. Were in possession of it without telling us. I see. That can be rectified at a later date. For now, we can turn our attention to our honored guests. He sort of glances over all of you. His eyes strangely... Not fond isn't the word. Not harsh. Not like his voice indicates. The Dragonborn, half-dragon, seems to be simply sat staring across towards you and Tenebrator.
Right. Do I recognise it? I'm guessing not.
Give me a history check.
I can't find history there. 13.
13. She strikes familiar, but nothing specific.
Alright.
Is he any similar to the one in the fucking first dungeon? Oh my god.
He doesn't seem to be. The one in the he's wearing light sort of armor. It seems partially splint, but it's not completely. It seems more just it is for a light bit of protection if needed. Should we get this over with? Yes. Firstly, I should say that all of you have been a certain level of nuisance. Our goals are, while they are while our methods are questionable under moral circumstances, what we are doing is purely for the benefit of the greater. Not that many of you would listen to this, so I say this instead. What were all of you doing? What were you planning to do? You head towards the abyss, as Carl told you. But why?
Wait, which one's Cal?
Cal is the lady who had the mask with the horns, wearing the blue and gold. She's not here currently.
I forgot why we were going to the abyss. Wasn't it to stop the guys? It was to stop the thing. Oh yeah, it was to get back the guy.
Didn't exactly work out the details.
I see. Well, you simply following the elf.
I only. Well, you go. Pistol. I only met this party of people about a week ago.
His head tilts
Before.
slightly. I see.
Wait, did he meet us only a week ago?
It was less than a week, I think.
Less.
Well, I mean, we did go to like. We spent a day in the village. It was less than a week.
It's bordering on a week.
Yeah. I was just following them for some companionship.
I see. And you are from Isla Draconis, are you not?
Yes.
There are obviously some interested parties here with me. He motions to the dragon, half dragon, who just sort of doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
And he was actually here to negotiate with me about certain aspects about your current imprisonment.
It would be stuff I would prefer not.
I see. And what of the rest of you?
Well, I was mostly just following the elf Malon. We were... Well, also there was the fact that... Well, so, let me start from a while back. Wait, actually, how long was it? How long ago was it that we opened the, like, portal thing when we first met Malon?
Okay, that was... I'll say for his sake, I'll say it was about 2 weeks ago now.
Okay. So, about 2 weeks ago, we were just going about our business, and we found a gateway of some kind, and we were investigating it when a drow that we had a nasty run-in with prior came, and after we had been investigating this portal for a while, it turns out we had been powering it up, and it was a portal to the abyss, and he finished off the powering of it, I suppose. He then attacked us again, but we managed to kill him and his men. He was with one of those strange bulbous creatures that the Watchers seemed to be creating.
I am familiar
And
with them.
that took him and the crystal they used to power the portal through into the abyss. And at that point, Malon came out of the trees and told us that we had done a great evil by opening the portal for that drow, and due to our prior experience with the drow, we were inclined to believe him. So we then went about trying to right our supposed wrong.
Ah, I see. So, a lot of this does stem from the elf.
Why?
As far as I'm aware, the elf was the one who was making them do it.
I see. Well, in terms of it being a great evil, it is more a necessary one. But
What do you mean?
you're familiar with Cal, are you not?
We've met.
Somewhat so.
I see. She is, well, her expertise is in the realms and in transmutation. But also she found a way to give hold over the mindless with some help from our good dear friend here, as he sort of gestures over towards the elven man again, who's simply just resting back in his chair, just looking across the party.
Wait, this is the
previous
the
one, so
half
this
dragon
is-
that's
No.
speaking?
No, this is the elven man.
Okay. The other alpha man is the one who we were with last session.
Okay, so this is the one you were with in that last session.
Okay.
This is the one that has been talking.
Okay.
Half dragon. What's his face? Calavan, Gorin, and the the elven man that you saw in the the basin.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, he continues, and so we are considering our lack of political favour currently. We saw it fit to move to tactics that would get the job done but would be frowned upon. For the greater good, of course. But evil nonetheless. We plan to make an army using creatures of the abyss to stave off the doomsday, so to speak.
You talked about this doomsday, or rather, your companion here talked about this doomsday a fair bit, but neither of you have given much of an idea of what it actually entails.
That is because it, for whatever reason, seems formless. What I mean is that there is something coming, but like gravity or air, you can't see it but feel it. At least that is what we have seen.
Well, I see what you mean, but I still... How would you even know that this is a bad thing? I mean, for instance, if
Well,
you don't know what it is, or...
We don't know what it looks like, or what form it takes. We do know that... Think of it like a bubble that is around our current existence. And that bubble is getting smaller. And something is pushing that bubble, but we can't see out of the bubble.
I see what you mean, but what exactly happens when the bubble collapses?
That is what we don't know. But that is what we are planning for. Or trying to prevent, though no means that we have tried have worked.
Where exactly is Malon?
You would not be asking me that question. He was put under the charge of me. He was put under the charge of me. You do not need my name as a current.
Which one's that?
This is the previous elf that was in the dining room with all of you. He speaking up. I have imprisoned him for the time being. He is alive, only barely though. But he is too smart and powerful to be held in a conventional mean. And
What
so...
exactly?
Second.
You can finish your sentence.
And so, it will stay like that way until we have decided on what should be done with him.
So why was, as far as where the organisation that Malon works for, annoyed at you?
They do not understand what we are doing. Their sights, whilst on a similar wavelength, they're too focused on the realms, and so cannot see it. And believe me, we tried to get anyone's attention with this before, but as he looks over to you, Mistral, some people decided to interfere with that and had to be silenced before more damage could be done.
Okay. What of the Dragonborn Island?
Isla Draconis has aided us in our efforts out of a mutual wish for freedom, and well, they wish to obviously be free from the confines of their island. They, as you would well know, cannot take a boat, and obviously peace with the drow didn't go very well. So they, once they were out, they sent word to us. Well, we caught them on our radar and offered the ultimatum of a truce until, well, a truce with the rest of the world, I should say, until we can save it.
I am not happy about the way they have gone about stuff.
It is not my place to judge.
What have they asked for apart from destruction of the drow?
Well, they asked for your and the Drow Prince's capture. But, of course, considering your footing as a current, you have taken a bit more of an interest with us as well. So, until we can find out exactly what do with all of you. You are under our custody.
And what exactly are they giving you?
Well, they are aiding us with our current mission to fight back against this coming storm, as we've taken to calling it.
I still don't see how you can justify doing these things if they are as bad as you seem to admit they are.
I admit
I don't
that
see how you can justify doing them for a threat you don't even know if they'll be effective against, if you know so little about this threat.
we are doing everything we can on multiple different bases. We are not just making an army, but an army is in case there is a physical threat. We are, hopefully, if Cal can do her part, we will hopefully be creating what is essentially a shield over major cities, though it will be difficult to do that. Very difficult, in fact. My political sway has been tarnished thanks to some certain changelings.
Surely, if you need a army, then it would be best to get an army that isn't a horde of evil demons.
And how would you go about getting an army?
Well,
If you have no political sway and have been somewhat shunned.
I might be able to aid.
Is that
I
told
don't-
you?
If I could get my
if your oh my god, what's the word? Not
And-
course. Cause. If your cause truly is good, then I'm sure you can find someone who will listen.
We tried that,
For instance-
and you are looking at all who listened. Different causes, representatives, of course. These aren't just all the people. But these are the ones who listened.
I find it hard to believe that the only people who listened to a cause like this, especially when you have the ability, as you have, well, I know you have at least one changeling on your side. I look over at Nimjua, or whatever his name is. You have the ability to impersonate people, or at least impersonate someone who doesn't have the same, shall we say, baggage as you claim to have.
Okay, and
You may
say
be able to find people who aren't all people with a bad standing in the greater.
that obviously would be effective if not if the Lord's Alliance had not completely denied what we were saying.
Well, does Cyril know about the Lord's Alliance? Because I don't really.
Yeah, the Lord's Alliance, think of them like the Empire sort of people, like a lot of different lords who come together, who, like, the Waterdeep is part of the Lord's Alliance. A lot of different cities and strongholds are part of the Lord's Alliance.
Okay.
Where all the guards come from and things like that.
I still believe that it would be better to do your preparations while trying to seek better recognition rather than throwing all hope of being taken seriously to the wind and acting like
Au contraire,
a
I believe that
evil lord,
evil
like the
is
evil lords
such-
of legend.
evil is such an interesting word, because it's a matter of perspective.
I'm simply
We know
talking
what
of
we are doing.
how
Excuse,
commoners see
know.
you.
we know what we are doing is correct. We know there is something coming, and we are preparing for it. It is not their fault that they do not understand it, but the fact that they don't means that we cannot get the people that we need. And so, we must look for alternative methods. We will not simply be bringing in a horde, standing them at attention for when it happens. No, we will be bringing them in from there for that specific eventuality, or well, the possibility, of this threat being a physical one. If that doesn't happen, then there is no need for it. It is a plan, not a evil army that we will have marching on our doorstep. But as I was saying about evil, it is a matter of perspective. And something looking evil, what is that meant to mean? Does something dark and spiky look evil? Or does it not just look dark and spiky?
Well, to the
Terror
To
is
the
dark and
masses.
spiky. Is he evil?
to the masses, I would agree that I would agree that you aren't necessarily evil, but is that what the masses think? No, and
Well,
if
the
you-
masses think that I'm a madman.
Yes, and that is your problem, isn't it?
That certainly is a hindrance.
Surely you would be better off to find someone who can espouse who can gain help for your cause and shed a better light upon it.
We have tried that, but do you see any major ways that would be easy?
Oh, well, I certainly don't see how.
Getting an army of mindless creatures under your control for the possibility of something bad happening. I don't see how that is. Why substitute that with the hearts and souls? Doesn't matter if it looks evil. A lot of different things that we have done would be considered evil, but the point is that it is for the best.
It doesn't always matter what is for the best. It sometimes matters how things look to a greater populace. See, if you
go down
if you didn't so much, well, I don't exactly know how to say it, but it's a matter of if you brand yourself as doing things with. So I don't exactly know how to say it without just repeating myself again.
If I go down looking like the evil tyrant lord, but if I do it, if I save this from what is going to happen, I'll be happy. I may have to make choices, but those choices, in the grand scheme of things, will be for the best. Question is, knowing of this, what would all of you do?
I don't know. I mean, I never want to be part of some grand world-ending plot on either side.
So, knowing about this, what's coming, you wouldn't want to stop it?
I would, but it doesn't seem to be that I'm much of a use to you, am I?
Well, that depends. We do need extra specialized hands. There would always be a need for that.
I don't know. What exactly would you want from me if I were to try and help you with your plan?
Well, in a similar fashion to our current mercenaries that we have hired on, they are more a blade, though we would need some instrument to aid us in and other precautions that we put in place. Obviously, there is lots of work to be done in the abyss.
If I could get my old position back, I may be able to help you from there.
And that position, that is a prince to a king, is it not?
Since to a king.
Well, you have your old position was prince, but
Yeah. My new position would be king.
your new position would be king. And what could you offer us that the island currently isn't? At this point, the Dragonborn sort of... This was not part of our agreement.
I
As he
don't
sort of
really know.
putting his hand up slightly.
Well, surely if it doesn't seem like the outside world has very good ties with this Dragonborn kingdom, but, well, I mean, you can see who Tereth is currently standing next to. If he becomes king, I believe Tenebrae may become king of his kingdom as well. At some point in his life.
Yeah.
Could be useful to have more than one kingdom allied with you.
Oh, check well,
But both or one of you give me a persuasion check with advantage if you're trying to persuade him to
Oh,
aid in
persuasion.
that.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Oh, I have advantage.
Shall I do it as well? Or
I got a 27.
Did you roll with advantage, John?
Yeah, 27
Okay,
with advantage.
27. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. We do know of a large population of the drows that did make it out of... Well,
It may take a few weeks to get the drows back together, but
it'll take a lot more than weeks to get the drow back together, but...
seeing as if I get my position back, I would have a lot of the wealth plundered.
And your kingdom would have sufficient resources to get them back on their feet, of course. That will require some deliberation, but as a dragon, this will not be tolerated. You agreed to us. At this point, he's sort of Ictris, as of course, as reaching a hand out across, just on the shoulder of the half dragon. The elven man is the half dragon.
You just kill it. Oh well.
Falls back. As then, for a second, some black whispers of smoke sort of around it. As
Cyril's eyes widen a little bit for a second, and then and then you
Aye.
reassumes his sort of kind of like mask.
And as these sort of black wisps began circling around the now corpse, as it gets up again, as leave us, as it gets up and walks out of the room.
I have not been to my city in a long time, kingdom, but I have a feeling the people there have more allegiance to me than my uncle. Can you say uncle to me or
Cousin,
cousin? To my cousin.
your uncle is dead.
Yes. I know he's my cousin. I just don't remember those terms.
As I said, this would require some deliberation. So, we can send some aid that way, but if all of you were to, well, I say all of you, if you were able to provide that, that would certainly be of aid. And Isla Draconis has natural dragons, does it not? That are relatively passive towards your kind.
Wait. I didn't know about that, did I?
You do. You know that the dragons have left your people alone, and have obviously had sort of tributes given to them and things like that.
I mean, you know that Rory almost got killed by a dragon that
Yeah.
seemed to be.
I have not spoken to the dragons in a while, but I'm sure we could work something out between us.
Well, that is certainly interesting. This will have to be deliberated, and you, Half-Orc, you said that you might be able to supply something.
I might know some people. I will have to talk to someone first, but I might be of aid.
I see. Do you have any names for these people?
Hmm. They are an organization, worshippers of the skeleton god.
I've heard whispers of that.
You say this threat is formless, and the lack of form is the world's greatest treachery. I don't think they will be happy.
I see. Well, as I said, we can use all the help we can get. Though I will say that even with two kingdoms, though one tarnished, that may not nullify the need for the abyssal creatures.
With two kingdoms, more may be able to be gained.
That is certainly a foothold. We do not have an accurate reading on how long it will take for whatever it is that is coming to arrive. We just know that something is happening. We have had a slight bit of communication with worshippers of the Fae as well. We are hoping to turn them to our side, but they seem rather narrow-sighted. But if all of you believe there's a worthy cause, and after all, we plan to aid those who aid us,
Do you know what is happening with Malon's organization?
Malon's organization have been targeting the Watchers, as we know. They have also targeted us and some of our agents on occasion. We do not know if they completely know of us, though. And unfortunately, we do not think that Malon can be let go peacefully unless a bargain is struck, which we doubt. The elven man from before that you did hear his name briefly. That being Yggdrasil.
May we discuss this amongst ourselves in private for a little while?
You can be led to a room where you can discuss without interruption, but we will be keeping an eye out. How does that sound? After all, you are still under our custody as a current. We cannot simply just let you go.
I don't necessarily mean to just let us go, but you could...
We will not be listening in. We will have privacy, but we cannot allow you to simply have free reign of this estate.
Oh, what? Oh, that's why he said that he'd be listening in.
No, he said that you'll be watched.
Oh, okay. I take that to mean that he'd be listening.
Okay, no, yeah.
Okay.
Watched as in like
yeah, like that'd be guards outside.
stuff like that, yeah.
Oh well, I suppose in that case that would be agreeable, yes.
Very well.
What do you think? And I kind of like look over to the rest of the people.
Yes, it sounds agreeable.
And I look over, like, especially to Paris, because, I mean, Mistral, because she actually, like, to, like, these people a little bit or something.
Mistral the mute.
She's been told she's not supposed to say anything, so she's not going to.
Fair enough.
Wait, who told her that? Oh,
She
wait.
was said
An
to
old
by an old friend that she should watch it.
Hmm. Okay, do they lead us to a room or something?
If you all have agreed, then
Yeah.
he sort of motions and Demia sort of stands up. And if I may, could I be one of the ones to at least stand guard? He sort of looks over to her and says, "Of course." As the elven man and Demaya both stand up, and the previous elven man anyway, sort of standing up this way, as he begins leading you all down a few of the corridors and down Mistral. You would know this to be like more like a spare room that now has sort of been turned into a sort of seating room with. This does not have any windows there, as it is in sort of the inner confines of the house. It's this sort of almost like a library type study area. As
Wait, does it have books then, or is it?
yeah, it has a few books. It has one or two sort of decently large bookcases. As he sort of motions for all of you to go inside. Mr. Demar gives you a look of want me to join or no.
Probably a good idea if you did.
Very well. She sort of gives the elven man a look and enters inside. He sort of just quirks a grin slightly. And the doors close.
Okay, so it's like they just fucking disappeared.
No, I know, I realised what it was. No, it was like a no,
Yeah.
no doors.
Door's gone.
Doors gone, Pog. Alright.
Do you guys think that he is telling the truth about the end of the world stuff?
Well, we've known for long that the end of the world is approaching.
Yes, we've been told that it was being caused by these people.
Aye.
And they say that it isn't, and they're stopping
Chris!
She's fucking mute, guys, I swear. Seriously, she's like fucking.
Have you looked
If you're not
into-
gonna say anything to me, I'm not gonna say anything to you. Like fucking.
Oh wait,
Look-
you brought the
look in
person with
general.
us, didn't you?
Yeah, the red tiefling woman is sort of standing, sort of slightly awkwardly, but also slightly. She seems empathetic towards all of you.
Well, Mistral, as you went talking in there, can you tell us anything you know about this? You seem to have some connection to these people.
Let's just say if it was up to me, I'd make sure they were all dead, but it's not up to me. So, hence my vow of silence past couple minutes.
I see. Can you elaborate on that? I don't. It seems like a lot of people think that about him, but if he is truthful about this world-ending bubble, as he said, I don't really see any possible reason that could outweigh the need to stop the end of the world.
If you guys want to team up with him to help stop all this, I will help you in the matter. It would not be my vote personally. I don't trust any of them.
Do you think Malon was lying to us?
I wouldn't be able to know. I've never been great at telling when
From-
people are lying.
From the stuff that I've heard from Milan, it would seem that his brother's the one to kind of put doubts on. Although, I don't know. He could have just been lying to us to make us think otherwise. I don't personally believe that he has, but anything's a possibility at this point.
He also could have just been misled by who he's working for and duped into believing that he was working for the right thing.
He
I-
doesn't sound like the kind of man to be able to be misled.
I don't see. I don't know the right course of action now. It seems that we have two sides in in a conflict, where both sides think they're trying to stop the end of the world, and we don't have any evidence that would seem to show either side is in the right thing there. Fucking flip a coin. Yep, let's go, Cal.
The fuck you flipping a coin for, boy?
I personally
You don't know.
believe that
I'm the coin flipper here.
I personally believe that it would be more beneficial for me to help them as they have a way to help me.
It does seem like that, yes. Tenebrae sort of speaking up.
As I said in there, I never wanted to be in a battle to decide the fate of the Earth on any side. I
What's the Earth?
drew a card from the deck of many, and I believe I now have a way that I could finally be rid of my patron. But I can't do that if I'm being held captive by these people, so I would also be inclined to help them.
Oh yes, what card did you draw from the deck? Probably not best you should mention it here.
I say, as I want to keep it a secret, as then I can use it as
Yeah,
a bargaining chip of sorts.
well, hopefully I can get my kingdom back through this man. Sorry about my brother laughing when I was in the background.
Oh, I couldn't hear anything.
Alright.
So,
It's about at this point, sort of Demaya slightly speaking up. I will admit I am in a similar, well, was in a similar position that you are all in. That man does not strike too many chords with me, but I have seen what he is talking about. Well, felt is the accurate term. And I think it is for the best that I and my forces can't aid, at least until something changes that.
I would also agree with you. I mostly just want to get out of this. I don't want to die in this before I can, well,
Do what you need to. I understand. And my apologies, I have not introduced myself as of yet. My name is Demaya. I am the leader of the Crimson Raiders and a very good friend to Mistral. She sort of shoots you a soft smile, Mistral.
What?
She isn't going to be reacting much in general. Just letting you guys know just the situation she is in.
Yeah.
What do you guys?
Paris is just like playing some fucking video games in the background. Ain't paying attention.
Oh yeah, definitely. Rogue Shadow Legend. Raid Shadow Legend.
Rogue Shadow
Wouldn't go wrong.
Legends. That's a new
Rogue
one.
Shadow Legends.
Rogue. Have you heard of this new fucking dungeon-like Rogue Shadow Legends? 27 new amazing characters, and I'm gonna stop
My
right now.
friends and I call
Raid
Rogue
Shadow
Pub-
Legends, if you would like to sponsor us, please do give us
Yes,
money.
Rogue Shadow Legends, please sponsor us.
God.
We will
Shadow Legends
sing.
is my favorite.
We will
video
sing your
game.
fucking praises. Rogue Shadow Legends, please.
We will sing you a beautiful song.
Yeah, I will
I'll
sing you a
write you a
song.
nice little jingle.
No, this is gonna be a ballad, not a jingle. Anyway.
What do
So
you
while
guys-
Paris is AFK, so is her character.
She's not AFK.
Yeah, she is.
She's just like in like the worst
It's-
situation you could ever imagine.
It's fine. It's fine. You've got
I
better
think
shit to
Sean
do.
was
We
trying
get
to get
it.
back on track.
Okay, yes,
That-
let's get back on track.
She's in the house of her dead family, surrounded by like all her memories. There are statues of her dead parents, and the worst person she could possibly imagine is living in this place.
You don't know that.
Well, I mean, she's assuming, so she's not gonna be like all like hip hip cheerio.
I took offence to that. I don't know why, but I do. Anyway.
Pip, cheerio.
I
Pip, cheerio,
apologize.
mate.
All right, mate.
All right, my darling. How you doing? Right. Anyway.
What?
Tally ho.
You guys want exactly
Who you asking that to?
everybody, except for Mistral's friend, because I don't know anything about her. Nobody answers me? Okay.
I didn't actually hear the question.
Oh, what do you guys want?
Well, I don't know. Quite yet.
Cyril, I believe you had stuff to do with your sword.
yes, I do. Although, at this point, if I... Never mind. I don't want to speak about it here.
Okay. Well, I would like to get my kingdom back and help Tenebrae with his. And this man seems to be able to help me with that. I don't know what exactly you want, but You're welcome. If he will agree to this, to join me, and I can try and help you with my resources that I would have.
Yes. Spencer, what
Hmm?
are you going to do?
I need to speak with someone before I make a decision.
Okay. I
You know,
wouldn't want to see them do anything to you.
do you know where they are, Professor?
Hmm. I can easily find them. Hey, Cyril, could you perhaps help me clear some of this blood off? As he is completely covered in blood.
Yep.
I'll
Yeah,
pull out like a
I
bag that's got
clean.
like a bunch of blood on it.
I use prestidigitation.
Oh yeah, I might have.
Thank you.
Sure.
I also say I say to him,
Are you able to heal me? I am not best for wear.
Yeah. Cyril looks like he's fucking dying.
I am on 1 HP.
Yeah,
That's what I wanted to buy when we went to that freaking ass magic shop.
even
Healing potions.
worse than me.
I'll add that to a note. Okay. To the notes.
Fuck, is that? Wait. Yeah, I'm gonna give you fucking. Yeah, you can have 4th level cure wounds.
Nice.
Where's my 8? I haven't used one of those in a while.
I love my D8s.
You know what? Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah. Wow. Okay, great. And, there's more. I'm great healer. I have 13 for fucking 4th level spell slot.
Oh god, he is such a barbarian.
Wait, how much do you heal me?
13.
13.
Spencer, how long do you think it would take you to find this person? I know you said roughly in days.
Immediately.
Oh. Wait, are they here?
I'm guessing they are something similar to my patron. Am
Would
I
you like-
correct in that?
Something of the sorts.
Would you like us to leave you alone so you can try and contact them? And then we can talk again after.
You can stay if you wish.
And why are you pulling cards? No, why are you pulling cards?
Why are you pulling cards?
No, but why are you
No,
pulling
but
cards?
is one of the people drawing the entire deck in the other room?
Nova? Nova, why are you pulling cards?
I haven't got my glasses on. I haven't had my glasses on all day.
I love they got the card that just yoinks their soul. It's just like one less problem
This
for us.
isn't good.
Yeah, they just get the void.
They're not a problem for me though. They're an advantage for me.
My fucking glasses are filthy. Where's my cleaner?
Yeah, I'm gonna like walk to the corner and I'm gonna pray like a good little boy.
Make me religion check.
great.
Religion. I don't think I've actually ever done this. Done a religion check.
You've never done a religion
That's
check.
15. I mean, I've never rolled a religion check.
A 15. You sit down muttering prayer. What? Okay. Give me a second.
When would you leave them? They would be coming back with food.
Okay. You sit down, making a prayer. Who are you praying to?
Yeah, sent me a DM.
Out of character, is your patron just Nova? Because you said he was the skeleton god, and then there was that one canon arts with Nova as a skeleton, the little puppet master.
That's not the only one.
Okay. As you look past everything to the structure and think as hard as you can, saying your prayer. What do you say? What do you ask?
Yeah, see, I was hoping for more time to prepare this. I was like, oh, and blah blah. I'll say. I need guidance. And to know if you knew of this formless being.
You get a feeling of morbid affirmation. Rising through your bones. What else do you ask?
There has been an offer of fuck. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Of a way to possibly stop it, but it is through ways that are not kind. Shall I get shall I get my brethren to aid these people in their fight? Or is there another way?
You get the feeling of many, many opportunities and outcomes. You get the feeling that it may not be the only way, but it is our way. What is your third question? By the way, what I'm doing is essentially a communion. I just want you guys to know. With a little bit of just loosely based off that, I want you guys to know.
Is there a way that can protect more than? Well, they want to protect the cities, but the rest of the land, the fields, the forests, are left unprotected. Would there be perhaps a better way that we can protect everything?
You get the feeling that protecting everything is a tall order, but you get the feeling that there is a way of preservation.
Thank you, gracious God, for this aid.
Okay. As opening your eyes again, finishing your prayer. In your hand, as it was closed over, a small bone. That of maybe an animal, small animal.
All right. I would prefer to find another way, but however, if there is nothing else, I know there are many, many ways. He can help more than the major cities. We can protect.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Sorry. You shouldn't see it, honey.
Sorry.
Okay. Is that...
Try off.
That's fine. Is that everyone?
Oh, is that? Yeah. Not me. Oh, are we meant to be doing stuff?
Meant to be RPing.
We were on it.
You're meant to be coming to a conclusion.
Yes.
I have something to be doing at the end, towards the end of this. Like, oh,
Well, I would like to take his. Well, discuss the deal.
I don't see a way out of, at least out of this mansion, without at least pretending to agree with them. We can see if we can
Alright.
later.
Yes, I think that would. As well.
okay. If you are done,
Right.
then you may.
I think so.
Okay.
I feel like we should probably have a word with, or for lack of a better name, Oberon, and see what's his whole deal with this, because he hasn't been here for any of the important stuff, yet he is here.
Did you see that? Do you know that elf in the next to Gorim is likely Oberon?
The one that looked like Malon.
No,
Which one?
the
Wait.
one with the dark hair
Uh,
who's on the orcs left.
he very much could be. I didn't check myself.
I believe he was. My patron gave me a vision, although it could have been another lie.
Quite the helpful guard you've got there. No offense.
I wouldn't like to call him a god. Fucking hell. No, I'm only on 14 HP now.
Oh, wait, I have-
On, Nova, be careful. Stay
No,
Do I
I
still have my
Believe
med
me,
kits on me?
Lex.
What's that?
Do I still have my med kits on me, or did they yoink that from me?
Hey, yoink that shit.
Wow, yeah, 'cause I'm gonna beat them to death with a roll of bandages. Nothing against you, just the characters.
It was in your bag.
Yeah.
New dice block.
Hey, what color is it?
But let's see.
It's flag colors.
Oh my god, yes.
That's great.
And instead of, like, on some of them, instead of numbers, there's little hearts.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Oh, that's really adorable. I love it.
Anyway.
Anyway. No, I just realized I had 2 TMs.
Shall we reconvene with them then?
Yes, I think.
Oh,
Okay. I guess I open the door. I try and open the door, or if I stand up and start going to the door.
Okay. You go towards the door, do you open it?
I actually go up to the door and then I turn around and I say, actually, 1 second. I would like to quickly have a look at something, and I'm gonna go over to the bookshelf and like skim and see what kind of books are on there.
there's fancy people's books.
Okay. Are you looking for anything particular, or just what is there?
Just a general like is it like are they like mostly like, do they seem like they're mostly like fictions, or are they about evil dark magics, or are they about
A lot of them are about, you see some
Evil
that are
dark
about
magic.
different schools of magic, you see some that are about the planes, different planes of existence, some are about the ethereal plane, some about, pandemonium, some about, you know, sort of, different sort of planes and things like that seems to be a slight focus. You see some that are about, that are sort of encyclopedic.
Would Cyril know about the planes of existence?
Not all of them.
Okay.
I wouldn't say you have an encyclopedic knowledge over it, but I would say you have a knowledge.
Okay.
I would say just roll me in intelligence check if you want to know exactly how much you know.
Okay. Would it not be a Arcana?
They're not necessarily just Arcana though, because they're also places.
Okay. Yeah.
If you're saying like how the bridges in between them happen, that would be Arcana.
Okay. Okay, then that's a 13.
Again, you know the main ones. You know the abyss. You know like Shadowfell. You know the ethereal plane. You know. You know enough about them to talk about them, but not enough about them to be right or correct people about them.
Okay. I I go back to the door and open it.
Okay. You see the
Or just try.
elven man, the usual thing. He seems to be sort of lightly playing with the crystal that's over on his neck.
I say, I believe we have made our decision.
Very good. Follow me. As hands behind back, he leads you back towards the room. Along the way, you do see the seemingly zombified form of Rory perched on one of the chandeliers, looking around.
Aw.
I look down at my feet.
Yeah, I look away as well.
I look away.
Did he really touch the head while making the spell? Because I feel like it could be a lot more
So-
disturbing if there was a head.
I'll say the head is slightly hovering above where the head usually would have been, and there's this black sort of mist stuff in between,
Ooh, that's nice.
as well with the arm. Sort of, it looks like it's connected by that stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Drawing pork?
I can't. My artistic
Oh my.
talent is that of
Yeah,
an.
as you aren't having to actually play, you can.
I'm drawing my new character, not my old one.
Not the old one's cadaver, yeah. Anyway. As you're all
I'm
led
sorry.
back into, you see the drow man and the large orcish one seem to be slightly messing with each other. Like the drow is sort of like he seems to be like just lightly sort of kicking him. And the orcish man sort of grabs his chair, lifts it, and tips it slightly, and puts it back down.
I look at Big Orc scared, but also but mostly scared.
As I realise you are all returning, they sort of stop whatever conversations they were having.
Right.
Welcome back. I trust that you came to a conclusion.
Yes, I think so.
Well, I'm excited to hear it.
Well.
Music stopped, by the way.
It did. It's very quiet.
Is that?
Yeah, I saw
I
that.
put 6 hours worth in to be safe.
Just in case we were going double the time this one, okay.
Okay, well, if no one else is going to say it, I will. We will help you for now. We believe that there is not any way we can know whether your side or my side is in the right.
I see.
We will help you for now, but if you prove to be in the wrong, don't expect us to follow you blindly.
Very fair.
That's all I'm saying.
I will say, please clarify what you believe in the wrong. Wrong about what is going to happen, or morally?
I believe that in this particular situation, those are the same. If the world isn't being destroyed by some existential threat that you are doing this stuff to prevent, then what you have done is not morally good. Although if there is this threat, then I would say it has been the right thing to do. But of course, if Malon is wrong, then and this threat is real, then he has been aiding in its destruction of the planet. Or, well, more than just the planet. And I will work under the belief that Malon is in the wrong until I have evidence to prove otherwise.
Well then, until we have exact orders, so to speak, I will say that your weapons will be withheld unless it is impossible to do so.
I can hold my axe as if it is my child.
I have
I
been
do
informed
not-
at the state of your cursed weapon. Do not worry. You will have a slight bit more caution, both of you. But until we have something specific to do with you, though, that is likely either going to be aiding us in the abyss or aiding us in your other ways. Though a little bit more trust might need to be gained first. So, we will say this. The rest of your items will be returned to you, but your weapons will be withheld until needed.
Seems
Sounds good, sounds good. Aye.
I don't know how useful we can be to you without our weapons, but
Oh, well,
if you
you'll
aren't
be
actually
given,
sending us,
you'll be given them
mission
once
yet,
we
but-
send you. But
yes, that's what I thought you meant.
yes, and when we do send you, you will be accompanied by likely one or more of our mercenaries.
Nod.
Very well. Then, suppose I should say welcome. An unorthodox initiation, I will say, but if you all truly have the world's best interests at heart, we welcome you with open arms.
Right, right.
All of you will be given a temporary room, considering. Though I believe one of you already has a room. It's still there.
It's actually what I wanted to ask you about. How is everything still here? What does this look like?
This is everything that would be recovered. It is not anything like gloating. More I did not want to have to do what was done. but nonetheless it had to be. I think this is simply a fitting metaphor, be it that the wrong things for the right reasons.
Are you implying that there was a good reason why my entire family was murdered?
Your entire family were the ones who besmirched my public name and stopped me from being able to bring people to this cause via political means.
My father merely didn't want to impersonate a duke and turn the people against the royal family.
The royal family were the ones who were skeptical, most of. Your father, when we asked him to do that, he did not simply decline, but he came forward to the current monarch and made things significantly more difficult. Things have changed.
Protecting one's family isn't a crime.
Yes, but as I said, the wrong things for the right reasons. Your family, among the others, were openly denying what we were saying, though your family was open more, as well as their denial for aid. Action had to be taken.
She's just gonna kind of straighten her posture and, if you'll excuse me, I think I'll resign for the night. I know how to get there. Thank you. She's gonna leave to her old
Yeah.
bedroom.
As you leave, Calavan speaks up. Don't trip.
Not justifying that with a response.
Okay.
I
Alright.
have one request for now.
Of course. What would that be?
Could you let Rory's body lay in peace?
He looks towards the elven man. That can be arranged.
Thank you. Would you like to talk about our alliance now or at another point?
We can talk at another point. You will all be monitored, and we'll know if you do leave. If you leave the grounds, obviously you can go outside, but if you leave the grounds, by any means, we will know. And, well, the mercenaries will at least they'll be happy, so to speak.
Okay. Thanks for the water.
Of course. If you wish to see your rooms, though it is only slightly past noon, then Ictris, if you would. Very well. As he stands up. As he's sort of moving towards the doorway, Calavan again speaking up. looking directly towards you, Cyril. Wait, is he back or is he still gone?
I think he's still gone. He's still
I'm back now. Hi.
Okay. Caliban, looking directly towards you, just says, "Welcome to the family."
I give him a kind of slightly confused look, like.
He just sort of grins at you slightly.
Can I tell like what he means by why he's like why he might be looking at me particularly? That's all.
I mean, insight check.
I was worried it might be that. If that is a -1.
He seems to be just saying it. You don't know.
Yeah, I just look at him confusedly, and then I guess I follow Yggdrasil up to our rooms.
Okay.
I wanna go outside
Okay.
and just chill underneath a tree.
Yeah. There are a few trees that are sort of dotted around that are still inside the property.
I'll take Tenebrae outside and go and chill under a tree as well.
Yeah. Okay. He likes it. And is it who else?
Right.
Is, who? What are you doing, Cyril? Are you
No,
going to your
Tenebrae,
room?
not Terra. Not Terra. I'm
I was assuming he was showing us where our rooms were.
Yeah.
He said he was kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. He's sort of seems to be off to the side, sort of. If any of you do want to go to your rooms.
Yeah, I go see where my room is, and then I head back to the library place.
Okay. Yeah. So you get shown a rather nice looking room. And head back to the library. What are you doing?
I'm gonna look to see if there are any books that that seem interesting to me, or like if there are any that are like specifically about like if there's any that are specifically about like the deck of many things, basically any that seem like they could help me phrase my question well to get like a good answer from this, because I probably would have heard of like stories of people getting like things where they like wish for something and then they don't phrase it well enough, like, you know.
Yeah, okay. I will say that just give me a investigation check.
Do I get like does my like thing from Sage where you know, like where you what's it called, researcher, where you get where like if you don't know a piece of information you like know where to look for it, kind of, like basically you like know how to look for information well. Could I?
Okay, I'll say advantage on it then.
Okay. Oh my god, I rolled a 3 and a 9. That's an 11.
It takes you a bit, and you find a good few sort of things that you don't find many things on the deck of many things. You do find a few sort of pieces of information on like the environments in the Underdark, and you do find a small. Well, actually no. No, you don't. You wouldn't find that. You've got a 2 level roll. Yeah, you find quite a few different sort of like things about ecosystems that interest you.
Okay, I take one of those books and I go outside.
Okay. So as you head outside along everyone else, you find a way to get out. It's quite sunny. It's somewhat warm. It's not really, really warm, but it's comfortable.
Well, I'm guessing everyone else got out before me, right?
Yeah. Everyone else did get out before you.
Can I do a thing?
Sure.
Tenebra, you don't fare so well in the sun, do you?
No, not really. It's very bright.
I might be able to help a bit with that.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Make a leaf umbrella.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, what to one of the nearby trees, and you start growing this large stem with this leaf that sort of bends slightly under its weight overward. Or are you trying to say you're making an umbrella out of many different leaves?
No, I want
Okay.
what you're saying.
Okay. And sort of handing it to him. Thank you. This is much better. I miss my old umbrella. I think I left it back at home.
Oh, it went. No.
Oh, we might get it someday. You might get it back.
I hope so. Thank you. This is helpful.
Of course.
There's now sort of Tenebrae sitting under this small sort of leaf umbrella. It's not small. It's
Umbrella frog.
Huh?
Frog. Alright.
Ali, are you taking notes?
What? What happened?
Frog trying to bray under a leaf. That's all.
Oh, frog. Frog. Oh yeah, Nova, you better give Bolly back to them.
Should we look for Brian just in memory of Rory?
Yes, please.
Firewood.
He never got to appear. He never got his star appearance.
Wait, who's Brian?
Nobody.
The
No,
bee.
He's the beesim. Ryan the beesim for Bolly.
Oh yeah, did you take Ollie's plant? Oh no, we haven't found our stuff yet.
No. I'll say you've got back everything but your weapons, really.
Have I got back?
Oh wait,
my
okay then.
phone?
I would have when they gave us back our stuff, I would have.
Except for us, weapon gang.
Okay, if you want to roleplay that, we can.
Yeah. Gang.
My weapons are like no use to me. I just have a shit ton of daggers for no reason.
Yeah, you literally just have your bag is just full of daggers.
That's a guy confiscates. He just looks inside. There's like 100 daggers. He's like,
What the fuck is
Katie
wrong
wants to
with this guy?
pretend to be a rogue.
Okay, so
So we will all be able to pretend to be rogues with the amount of daggers Jared has.
it's literally a party's worth of daggers. Seriously. Anyway, you as you're all sort of sat outside, with the exception of Mistral, who we'll get to in a second. You see, walking out towards you is the same man, and you see sort of floating next to him 4 adventuring bags.
4 adventuring bags.
Yeah, you also
Oh.
have the adventuring bags.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 of us.
Just one of you is not there.
Oh, and we're getting.
Everything
Oh, no.
that is not a weapon.
Yeah, are we getting? It doesn't matter. I'll ask about it.
What's that?
Rory's back.
Does not seem it.
Oh yeah. When I came
Yeah, that's the
outside,
guy.
I would have gone over to where Spencer is sitting under a tree and just like said hi and then started reading the book I got next term.
Okay.
Wait,
It-
we're all close together,
Afternoon.
right?
I'll say relatively. Unless you're specifically away.
Guys, it might be worth giving Rory a burial.
Yes,
Aye.
that would be good. Wait,
Also, I
is the
believe-
guy with us now?
The guy is walking over.
Okay.
Also, I believe Rory's plant friend was needing care of nurturing Spencer. If you would take the honour.
Aye. What would? Let's pursue what's left here.
But now he's sort of. Alright, here are your things. There are no weapons. As they sort of. In front of you.
Could we have Rory's bag? Please?
The bird's bag? Sure.
And the body.
The border. Yes, you can have the cadaver. As he sort of. Flicking his finger as Rory's sort of flying over. As he says. Well, if you're going to bury it, then I won't tell. I don't think Aranel's particularly bothered. Find a nice place or something.
Thank you.
As Rory sort of the sort of zombied version, sort of standing there swaying slightly, and then the head falls off the arm as well as it just crumples down to the floor. As he says, "I'll be back shortly with your friend's things." As he walks off.
Thanks a lot.
I say, Spencer, well, anyway, do you have any way of, digging a hole, or do we need to ask if they have a shovel?
Oh, I reckon we can make it work.
Okay.
Alright. Whereabouts are you making the hole?
Through the tree?
Yeah. Underneath a tree.
For the sake of it, I'll say you can use your druidic experience to leverage a hole.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. That's better.
Or do you want to just, like, yeet the ground? What do you want to do?
Honestly, what I thought I was gonna have to do is use my axe as a shovel.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna do that too. I thought about that.
You can certainly try. You know what? No, that's a lot funner. That's a lot more fun. Shovel axe.
Shovel axe pog.
Mm-hmm.
I'll like close Rory's eyes and like try and reattach the head, but it kind of like falls off and it's just a bloody mess of like a head, and I'm just there like.
So you sort of close the eyes, move the head, as then the beak opens slightly. As you try to close the beak, like one of the, you sort of the head sort of rolls slightly, and there's a slight little bit of a hill, so it starts rolling down the hill. And you have to.
Imagine me, someone has to draw
Oh,
me
God.
chasing after a head. No.
This is horrible.
You are disrespecting the dead. Anyway,
Yes.
so I'll say
He's gonna come back and haunt
just I'll say that you managed to pretty well dig a hole using your axe. And, like, it starts off slow, and then you start like rage digging, and you're like you get really
you want
pissed
me
off.
to use my other slot?
No, you just get a bit angry. And a relatively large enough hole for the small bird form of Rory.
I scratch into the tree with my sword. I scratch into the tree, saying like, I think like, here lies. What did I know her last name?
Strix.
Okay. Here lies Rory Strix. Don't know what to put for the thing.
Bring in performance check.
Just do like
To see if it looks nice.
The bird who tried to get a drink at a bar one too many times.
No.
The alcoholic 5-year-old.
Here like yeah.
Oh, Paris, I just saw that meme. Fuck off.
Yeah, the real reason why I was quiet.
Busy making meme.
Oh,
It's not out of character for me, let's say.
No, it really isn't.
I mean, I
Alright.
was gonna say something, but that didn't make sense.
Yeah, no, Nova's a good guy. Yeah, that does make sense. Alright, so, how do you do the funeral?
and they just bury Rory and then thought
And then just go
over
away.
Rory.
Kick a bit of mud on and just instead of smoke.
Nah, just lay Rory in there and then like just like do the burial and then say a few words.
Okay.
Like normal people.
Who would like to say a few words?
Me.
Go.
I know I didn't know you long, Rory, but you seem like a really good person, and I hope that wherever you are now, you have a good life. Well, I don't really know what happens, but I hope that you're enjoying it.
Okay.
I'm so happy in hell.
Are you in hell?
Jesus, Aaliyah! Would anyone
Yeah,
else?
all of the yawning children. Okay, never mind.
Would,
Yeah, I said that.
would anybody else like to say a few words?
Goodbye, Rory. I'm sorry I couldn't help you. And I want to make a rose for Rory
Okay. A
Are
small
you very
and for Rosa.
a small rose.
Shut up.
As and
Can I?
and as you grow that rose, this strange looking, well, I suppose, describe your character.
I was. Wait. Can I quickly do something before?
Yeah, go ahead. Before that falls out the sky. Literally.
I was I was gonna say can I plant Bolly on her grave?
No.
No, I've already promised Leah I would look after Bolly. Need to be the one to grow him until he is big bush again.
Stop talking about other people's big bushes. Anyway,
Well,
describe
I
your
have
character.
done
Leah.
line art,
Okay,
so
you've done line
you
art.
can see my line art.
Sure.
But I'll describe the colors. So and also, yeah.
They do change, so.
What?
No, nothing.
Okay, so
Oh, that looks
lying on
really
the
cool.
ground in front of you is this person with almost white skin, like just off white, dark, almost black hair, and like a golden white dress,
Why are
kind
you
of
out of
that
breath?
you can't. Huh?
Nothing. Continue.
A knife in one hand, and a glove on her right hand, holding the knife in her hand, lying on the ground. And yeah, she looks like that.
I think we should also say she seems to be unconscious.
Yes, she does.
Ah!
Wait, where did she come from? Did she just fall out of the sky? Or did she just like appear there?
She fell.
I fell.
She fell.
Okay. What? Did you see where that person came from?
No, I didn't. Where?
Let's I don't know if we want to let the people in the house know about her being here. If she's just some random person, we don't necessarily want her have to get involved with this too. Let's try and hide her. Can you try and heal her, Spencer?
Let's see if she's
what am
alive
I on?
first.
Do I take any damage? Or...
I'll say you take about. How high did you fall from?
Don't ask me.
Dude, she's just instantly dead. She takes like twice her health and damage. She just instantly dies. Make a new character earlier.
No.
Oh my god.
You just accidentally killed.
Possible damage I could have done.
Irving, you can't kill a character this way.
Do it. Your feelings compel you to do it.
You take 18 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, it was him. You fell from like 40 feet. Okay.
Okay.
But like, I've never rolled 3 6s. Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, fucking. I don't know, like poke
Okay, I'll DM you my.
her shoulder.
Okay, you poke his shoulder.
You're right. You're right.
Wait, is that your max HP, Leah?
No, that's what I'm on.
Okay, yeah, you don't have to do that. Just like I'll need to know your max
okay,
health
I
and your
thought-
AC, but we can do that in a bit. So as this unconscious, pale female is there, she seems to have taken a bit of a beating from the fall, and you sort of reach over and poke her slightly.
Can we check for a pulse? I know she's alive, but I still want to.
Medicine check.
Wait, what am I doing? I should use my new dice anyway. I've rolled already. Medicine. 17.
17. She seems to be alive. I should probably explain that she has rather longer than most elves, long pointed ears. That you definitely noticed. But she is... Her heart is beating.
Would I do I like do I like does I don't know how to say it without it sounding weird. Basically, do I know like do I like recognize what race she is or anything, or does she just look like an elf?
Give me an insight check.
Surely it would be nature,
Would it be nature?
or is
Um,
well, it's telling what
Yeah.
species someone is basically.
Sure, I'll put it in nature. I don't know exactly what check it is. Like, racism check? I don't know.
Racism check. Let's go.
Oh no, looks like Earl has to make
This-
himself shit now.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah, you should say.
I rolled a nat 1. So that's a 5.
Or you don't know.
Rat. I think she's a rat.
Yeah, you think she's a
rat. Where?
He brandishes his axe.
Brandishes that kills new character. It's a rat. Kill it.
I was a rat this whole time.
Make her new character die 5 times before she even gets to start playing her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'll do a heal.
Do you just tape your mouth shut, Nova? Or
So.
it looks like you had like blue tape over your mouth.
I know, right?
Fuck. Oh, well, take 5 heal point.
Alright, you go up 5 hit points. Do you guys... So, what are you doing?
Well, I'm just kind of like standing fairly near her, pretty much where I was when she
Okay.
fell.
Okay.
Just like kind of, and like I asked Spencer if he could try and heal her to get her conscious again.
Try and shake her.
Okay.
I'm not slapping a new person.
No.
The
Okay.
person hasn't threatened us.
You shake her awake. Or, well, you try to wake her. Adriana, as you come to, you see a half-orcish figure slightly shaking you to wake you up.
And then a goblin next to him also looking down at you.
Yeah, a goblin for the first time in his life looking
I
down on a
look-
person.
Yeah, he's very
confused.
poggers. Well, I think what's her name is probably I think she's probably like the other the person who no one else knows about is probably shorter than me.
No, yeah, probably.
Probably not much shorter, but tiny bit.
Yeah, love that.
You're right. You're right.
Where am I? No.
I don't exactly know, but
I seem to look at Spencer and Cyril a bit
At
like
the same time.
weirdly. Huh?
nothing.
At the
Sorry.
same time, she goes cross-eyed. She's looking at both of us.
No,
She's got chameleon eyes.
He said I could do it. I stumble backwards and you can see my skin kind of darken a bit
You stood
into
up?
a more purplish color.
I have a feeling I know what race she is. But wait, is she on Rory's grave or?
I'll say she was a bit away from Rory's grave.
Okay.
Because she didn't like get like caught up in the fucking tree branches and shit when she fell.
Okay.
I'm gonna reach into, my pocket,
Okay.
I guess, with my left hand.
Hmm.
I seem to have not noticed I'm holding a knife yet.
Mhm.
And I reach into my pocket, and you can't see what I'm holding, but it seems to have a chain attached to it. And then you see my skin turn a lot darker into like an almost like dark reddish purple color. My hair seems to shorten to about my shoulders.
Which
and you
before
can
it was like flowing everywhere, sort of very long hair,
and you
obnoxiously
can
so.
yeah. You can see two kind of scars appearing on my face, like on each of my temples, that kind of runs down the sides of my face.
Lady, you. What's. What's. Oh, what's wrong?
I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to be here.
None of us are.
Who are you?
I look down at my right hand and kind of, as if I'm forcing myself almost, I jam the knife back into its kind of sheath. And then, like, after a minute, like, lets go of it, like, really reluctantly. I'm, you can call me Adriana.
Do you know this place?
I don't know where I am.
I think you're
Well,
at some
how did you
sort
get?
of...
Sorry. How did you get here then? You seemed to just fall from the sky.
He told me I could do it. They all lied to me.
What did they tell you that you could do?
No. I need to. Can I make a perception check for any Fae?
Go ahead and roll a perception check with advantage, I'm pretty sure, yeah?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. That's 21.
I summon 4 fey creatures.
There does not seem to be any fey creatures in the nearby vicinity.
Okay.
Nothing directly fey.
Oh,
Directly.
where are we? What is this place?
We don't exactly know. You'd have to ask one of our friends about that. But I don't think you wanted to stay here. I would suggest that you don't come into the grounds of this house. The people inside aren't the people you want to get caught up in the affairs of.
I think this is
Do you know what's coming? I've been warned. I've been told to. I can't. It's not.
I think we may know.
I shouldn't have to.
So what exactly do you mean by what's coming?
Something terrible.
What is it, though? I may know what you're talking about.
I don't know exactly. I know that I have to stop it. My skin kind of flashes white, but then goes back to its like original purpley color. No. It's not my job. It's not my job. I kind of look around at where I am and kind of take in the whole state.
Yeah, it's strange. You remember it being pretty close to winter.
Who sent you here?
What season is it now? Summer?
It's not summer. It's closer to autumn, really, but it's.
Okay.
You remember it being like just
Yeah.
before everything gets cold.
Yeah.
Just before it's cold.
This isn't right. It's warm.
Well, yes, Can you tell us who sent you here?
No one sent me. I brought
you-
myself here.
Well, who was it who are you working for then, I suppose?
I don't work for anyone. They work for me. My skin flashes white again, and then sorry. That's. I'm sorry.
Who was it who told you
No.
that you could do something? I kind of look over to Spencer like, what should I do? What should we do? This person seems kind of crazy. Like, what the fuck's going on with this person?
You know about the end of the world, right?
Yes. It's the end of everything, isn't it?
It hasn't happened yet.
He told me, but
Do you know when it is happening?
do I? I doubt
Not
it.
a specific date or anything. You know that it was supposed to happen within the next 6 or so years.
Okay.
What is the date today? May I? Actually, no. I wouldn't know to ask. What?
No, you wouldn't really know to ask.
Would we even know what the date was?
Yeah, you know what the date is.
And we'd know roughly.
Yeah.
We wouldn't know the exact day, but we'd know roughly.
We don't know how
this
long we were
is
knocked out.
More of a prison rather than our home. No, he told us 8 hours. Didn't he?
Yeah, he said that Cal has had Rory's
Oh,
thing
shit.
for 8 hours.
Ah, fine. Alright. Oh, is it over 8? Oh, wait. Yep.
Guys, that guy will be
and-
coming back with Rory's bag. If we would
You
like...
should. Yes, you should hide in the bushes. Go. And I kind of like shoo her off into the bushes.
Get to the
That just popped into my mind.
Kind of confused. Walk into the bushes and hide.
Okay, roll me a stealth check.
Okay. Ooh, that's not very good, but it should be fine. That's 16.
16. Okay. So as you hide you stay there for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then you notice, and the rest of you do as well, the elven man, Yggdrasil, walking over now another pack and a pot, what seems like a houseplant pot, sort of floating next to him. As there you are. the things of your late friend.
Thank you.
I kind of get up and I've been pretending to be. I've been like, kind of like sort of kneeling in front of Rory's grave.
Yeah, he sort of takes a look about, takes a note of everything, and turns back and says, "Ask if you need us."
Thank you.
And walks on.
What is in Rory's bag?
What is in Rory's bag?
Elia, can you write
Yeah.
on this?
Open Rory's character sheet.
Let me get out a
Isn't it?
document so I can write down what's in Rory's bag.
Alright. What's in my bag? Oh, it won't load. Okay.
I'm loading it as well.
No, I got it.
Okay.
Okay, so there is a
Wait, can I just
sword.
look at your character
A
sheet?
dagger.
No, there isn't. And
Do you mind if I look at Rory's
Oh no,
character
there
sheet?
isn't. Okay.
no, there isn't because there are no thingies.
No weapons.
Elia, do you mind if I look at Rory's character sheet?
I mean, we can.
I can see.
Oh, fine. Yeah, go ahead. I'll
Yeah.
remove everything that she doesn't have currently.
Thank you.
I mean, currently she has nothing.
She's in a grave.
Rory Strix. If it's gonna load.
Yeah.
It loaded. Oh, your one's blue. Ooh.
Oh, you're blue.
Okay, so I'm gonna give Bolly's heart to Spencer.
That's already been planted.
Oh, okay, we planted Bolly's heart.
Yeah.
Bolly's ashes. Cool, I don't know what that does. What's the amulet?
Amulet.
Yeah, the thing at the top.
Yeah. So it's essentially just this small harp inside a crescent moon amulet. Sort of amulet.
All the other stuff doesn't really have any
Yeah.
use right now. I'll
Case
take it
map,
though.
scroll,
I'll write it down.
clothes, hallucinogenic mushroom, cow's business.
I'm definitely taking the map. I probably will leave the clothes because they're bird clothes.
They certainly are.
I should probably just take the bag because I don't want to just leave this guy with a bag. And okay, who's here? It's me, Cyril,
Tenebrae,
Tenebrae, and Spencer.
and
this
Spencer,
new person.
and the new person.
So that's 4 of us.
So that's 360 plus 269.
It's 462 gold.
Wait, no, because the platinum's not silver, so
It just says at the top what it is.
no, yeah. So she has 190 golds worth of platinum.
Yeah. So 190 divided by 4 is 95 each.
So
No.
no.
95 gold each. Not 95 platinum.
Okay, so well, no, half platinum.
9 platinum each. 9.5 platinum each.
Oh,
So
okay.
9 platinum, 5 gold.
By the way, there is not that amulet is not there actually in her bag.
And then
Was it around her neck for no
269
reason like mine
gold.
was?
67
it was
gold
on the
each,
clothes.
and that's about it. And yeah, 67 gold each. Oh, you.
Go ahead and add that all to your character sheets.
Oh no, but that's not for Rory.
Oh, okay, not her. Okay, we were talking about an amulet previously. You need to be more specific. The amulet is there.
That reminded me of it, so it's
Okay.
like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I guess I'll just.
How many did you say?
So, 72. So, 5 plat and 72 gold each, roughly.
Okay.
That's right. We got money.
Alright.
Money.
money. It's not stealing.
Kinda is though.
I mean, she's dead.
It's grave
so,
robbing.
you know.
Well, no, it's not grave robbing because it's not in the grave.
Yeah.
What?
It's
Yeah,
just
you
grave
showed
not
me.
putting in the
Grave
grave.
robbing suggests that it's in a grave.
Yeah,
It's
well,
just
grave
robbing.
robbing suggests two things. One of which is stealing from the dead, and the other which is digging up the grave to get to it. So I think grave robbing just is a slang word for stealing from the dead.
Okay.
If anything, you're more just desecrating a crime scene, but again, this was already described.
So I've got.
Hey, I'm sure if she had a will, it would have been to give stuff to us.
Yeah.
I leave all my
Nah, she would have
So
given
I've
it all
got
to
a
me.
map.
I leave all my worldly possessions to Bully.
Wait, did I buy a map?
Yeah,
That's
just to
not-
reground to get
You
the-
did.
yeah.
You guys did buy a map. You do have a map. Yes.
Oh, is that the map that she's got?
Sure.
I remember buying a map.
Yeah,
but-
you did. If you didn't
I
add
do
it to
have
your
a map of
character
some
sheet,
kind.
then that's not my fault.
But did I buy the map?
I don't
That
know.
map on my character sheet isn't your map, John.
There's a map.
No,
with
I
the
did buy
party.
a map. I remember buying a map.
Yes.
I'll write down my map as well. Apparently.
Now you have two maps.
Yeah, now you have two maps. When you go cross-eyed, try and look at your map twice, okay?
Are they both of the same thing?
No, Rory's better. Rory's is a better map.
Oh, okay. I'll just-
Mine's a better map. God.
Okay, so a map, and you
better
had a herbalism
Hmm.
kit.
A better map.
Yeah, better one.
So,
Herbalism.
Better.
so much better.
Anyway, at this point, you've seen this man give the bag and leave. Adriana.
Okay. I'll kind of cautiously come out of the bushes.
I wanna go and whisper to Cyril. Should we just knock her out again?
Exactly seem dangerous. Don't think
She doesn't exactly seem stable, and
that's true.
being unstable is dangerous. Just earlier today. Well, you know how things ended up.
As she sort of like walked over to you guys slightly, like not with being able to overhear your conversation, but you notice that she sort of like there's a butterfly sort of floats past. She sort of starts looking at it, and it sort of dances above her head, and she sort of tries to can't reach it, and then she starts like floating up slightly, and sort of then tries to grab it. The butterfly flies off, and she just sort of looks slightly upset, and then floats back down.
She seems to know a lot about this apocalypse.
Although she could just be a babbling idiot. We should.
If I had that, you would be sorry.
Maybe aren't part of us finding more about who she is.
We should try and we should try and figure out about who she is.
You also notice that my dress has kind of disappeared and it's been replaced by kind of like a cloak, a dark kind of
you noticed my dress has disappeared. I'm
Yeah,
naked.
just like okay.
a dark maroon cloak, and you can also see like a glimmer, just like on her neck of something shiny. Yeah.
I'm gonna use my good boy vision. I say, hold on a second. I'm going to see.
There is a
Well, you
lot
that.
to work with here. So, firstly, you notice that there is a enchanted amulet around her neck, which has obviously some enchantment magic.
Hey,
It
amulet
also,
rose.
it also seems to be containing something as well as. So, there is a lot of just magic stuff. It's if you've ever seen any fey creatures with your good boy vision, it would look like that. Just sort of chaos.
Okay.
That is just sort of being almost held back.
Adriana.
Uh,
I'm gonna say that.
yes.
As she looks over at our side, I like quickly stop using my good boy version, and my eye stops glowing.
Where exactly are you from?
I travel a lot. No, keep on the move.
Do you know why you're here?
I believe I made a mistake.
Okay. Do you recognize this place?
No, I don't know. I don't know where I am.
Do you know where you need to go?
I don't have a particular destination.
Who?
I think it's time for you to stop questioning me.
I just was wondering where exactly.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. So why are you all here?
We're prisoners
Well,
of this sort.
That's
You
long
don't
story.
look very chained up.
After being chained to be a prisoner.
Well,
But
I know
Hard-hitting.
that.
Fucking. Oh, sorry.
Trust me, I get it.
I kind of walk towards her a little bit. I say,
I don't think. Unless you can tell us a bit more about who you are, I think it is probably not a good idea for you to stay here if the people in the house saw you. It most likely would be good.
Would it not?
Well, it might be. It depends on who you are, really. But if you aren't willing to tell us that, then chances are, yes, it wouldn't be good.
Mention something about this apocalypse. What exactly are you planning?
well, the people who are prisoned right now seem to be making an army of mindless creatures to fight. I'm not quite sure.
They plan to go to the abyss to gain an army of demons. I'm skeptical of the viability of that, but I don't have much of a choice other than to follow them at the moment. I also, do we know we're talking about the same apocalypse? Because, you know,
And the people in the house are trying to stop isn't the only one that people would say might exist.
Can't be a coincidence, right? Only
This is the
a
apocalypse.
couple hours ago, I was. He said it was coming. He said I had to stop it, but I can't.
Who said that?
I can help. I look like I'm almost trying to hold back my words, but they're just kind of coming out. I can help stop it. I'm sure these, whoever they are, they don't know what they're doing, what they're getting themselves into.
Do you want to speak to them?
That'll probably not be good. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm sorry, but unless you give us more of an idea of who you are, I wouldn't feel okay with bringing you to them, and I would
You're
say
really questioning me?
yes, I am.
My skin turns white, and my hair turns black. It doesn't grow, but it turns black.
You pissed.
I kind of take a step towards you, and I start floating a little bit.
I say, okay, calm down there.
Don't tell me to calm down. You see my hand kind of reach down for the hilt of my knife. I'm not drawing it.
As that happens, I fucking tighten the grip on my axe.
I shoot an eldritch blast at her dagger to try and knock it away.
Roll,
Ooh.
roll to hit.
Yeah, as in, well, she's reaching for a weapon and ominously floating towards me.
Roll to hit. Roll to hit.
That is actually a very
Not
good roll.
fucking
That's a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that
Oh.
hurts.
Yeah, okay, so I'll say with
Well,
that roll you
I'm
managed to
not
aim
trying to hit her.
towards the dagger.
Okay. I'm
So-
only trying to drag her away. It's like
As he
knock
does
it
What,
off.
that-
what are you trying to do with the dagger again?
Don't fight,
I'm just
guys.
trying to like knock it out of its sheath onto the floor so that she can't grab for it. Because she
Okay.
looked like she was going. It looked like she was
So the
going to
dagger
grab
is sort of the only real way you can hit it is from like the pommel of it.
Yeah. I like.
It is in a sheath.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
So would I be able to try and like?
Not easily knock it
Like-
out, but you can. Yeah, like as you shoot it, sort of the like sort of material of the handle. You see this sort of like bolt of eldritch sort of red energy that just hitting it gets ricocheted.
Oh wait, it like doesn't.
Ricochets off.
Don't fight, guys. Please don't fight. Last time we started a fight, one of us died.
Oh, I'm not trying to start a fight. I'm trying to stop her from stabbing me from throwing that knife at me.
Well,
Now,
I think it would be
If
better.
you would calm down, as I said before, stop snapping at us, then we can actually have a productive
I'm
conversation.
not snapping at you. I'm teaching you a lesson.
Do you want me to show you to the people inside the house?
seems like you know something about this apocalypse, but are unwilling to tell us.
I love this. This is so fucking amazing.
Kind of float back down to the ground, and kind of loosen my grip on my dagger, on my knife. Sorry. I don't know much about it. I know that I know I meant to stop it somehow or help to stop it. I don't know whether I can.
But these people's goals seem to be to stop it.
What? I didn't hear that.
These people's goals seem to be to stop it. Or goal.
Why are they holding my skin's kind of darkened again. Why are they holding you here?
We may have been manipulated into fighting against them.
And we still aren't sure if they're in the right.
So you're going to help them?
Well, more.
For now.
They're going to help us, and in turn, we will help them. Yes.
Right. Well, I should help. I should try. Yeah. Okay, I'm ready to see them.
Wait, did the guy say call him or go find him?
He just simply said,
He said, "No, I'm mute."
thank you. He simply said, tell him if you need him.
Alright, let's go look for him. Or go back to where we were, I guess. Back to where, what's his name was?
Okay.
Wait, which one was in charge? Was it the necromancy elf guy?
No, it was the one with the long silver hair seemed to be in charge.
I want to say I have my bags back. Seeing that the amulet around my neck, it doesn't seem to be extremely noticed. I'm gonna like sort of sneak it back in the bag.
Yeah, you sort of. Do you try and break it off and chuck it in, or do you just?
Yeah, I'll just try and break it off.
Strength check.
Yeah. Oh, no dice pog.
Also, if anyone's looking, I kind of am glancing down at my right sleeve.
It's an 8.
It's very tough string. Like it just hurts the back of your neck. You sort of go, ah, sort of thing.
Just fucking yoink. Like yep.
You sort of do that and then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put it back.
Yeah.
Right, I suggest we head inside. But can you guys roleplay for a second? Because I need to do.
Yeah, I guess we're going back inside and trying to find anyone.
Okay. So where do you look first? Whereabouts do you look?
I guess maybe the
Discussion.
dining room again.
Okay. You head towards the dining room and you do not see him, but you do hear him through one of the other doors nearby. And whenever you see him and you see Yggdrasil and Demaya, both sat in what seems like a kind of seating sort of living room sort of place. There's windows seems shut in here. Actually, I should have done a thing. Can I just... what is your guys' tacit perception again?
9.
It's shit.
Okay.
16.
Besides,
Okay. Rolling back the clock slightly. If you remembering back when you saw the man who brought the bag leaving, he seemed to have a strange shadow. It was like a circular shadow where his shadow should be, almost as if something was blocking out the sun. But it wasn't his form.
Definitely not ominous.
Would we have noticed that or no?
no, because our
perceptions are shit.
shit.
Like the person, like
You would have seen him a lot more
Spencer.
times than her.
Spencer, yeah. This was only outside.
Oh, okay.
Spencer, you
Wait,
would have
which guy was
noticed. This was Yggdrasil. Spencer, you would have noticed his silhouette looked a bit weird. Not a silhouette. Shadow looked a bit weird. But nothing like specifically paid attention to.
Wait, which one is Idris?
Yggdrasil is the
The
elf.
elf who I stole the card from.
Yes,
Yeah.
the necromancy elf guy.
Alright.
It's him and Maya. He again has what seems like a glass of seemingly red wine.
I kind of eye him up.
Okay.
Blood.
Wait, are we inside now?
Yeah, I'll say you've found him. Are you? What are you eyeing him up for? Are you sort of just like trying to see what
well-
his deal is? If so, that's an insight check.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure, I'll say that. That's a nat one.
She
yeah,
seems
I mean,
to like drinking wine.
wow.
I like drinking wine.
I still eye him up.
Yeah, do you give him a shifty eye, or do you give him a kind of
A bit of a
okay.
We found this person while we were outside. She seems to fall from the sky.
I kind of smile, like Riley.
You know, Nimrod told me that weird shit happens around you people, but what? So, all
Never
right.
mind
Do you want
that,
us to
I'm-
dispose of them? What?
Dispose of me. My skin flashes white.
His head
No.
tilts in a
I-
slight smile.
I think I may know something about the apocalypse.
Oh.
I know of it.
You
And I
of
know.
it. Where did you learn of it, if I may ask?
Well, was it? Can you DM me who told me about it?
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it was originally. Okay. A friend told me.
That's not very descriptive. What profession was this friend of yours in?
He was. Well, he didn't really have a profession. He was, a childhood friend.
I see.
But he's. Never mind.
And what do you intend to do with this knowledge? Do you simply know do you know anything specific about it?
Not particularly, but I know I need to stop it.
Mm. And pray tell, how would you go about stopping it?
Well, that's where you come in, isn't it? I mean, you obviously know a lot more than I do. And these people who found me, they say you have a plan?
Well, our current group have a plan, though I could always take you to the ringleader, I suppose, would be the best word for it. And we could talk about a alliance.
Yes, yeah.
Well then, my dear, as he puts his hand out, follow me.
I don't take his hand,
He
but
sort
I
of,
follow.
as putting his hands behind his back, he leads you away. And that is where we're going to end today's episode.
Oh, wait, that was...
Something. I'm surprised none of you erupted into violence for that. I'm so proud of you guys.
I think that was a good diplomatic role-playing session.
Yeah.
Like, we played for a long time and
It was,
didn't kill anybody.
yeah.
In fact, I think we rolled like 0 dice.
Yeah. So
The most close to the game was me shooting a layer with an Eldritch Blast.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which would have ended poorly. Anyway.
Yeah, to be honest, I am on 14 HP.
Yeah,
so-
you're on 14 HP. That would never have ended well.
I wasn't trying to start a fight with that. I was trying to get to disarm her. So it's
That's like saying someone squares up to you and you kick them in the balls as self-defense before they do anything. Like
No, it's like saying someone comes up to you with a knife and you kick the knife out of their hands. Or like someone comes up
with you with a knife, so
runs
you
it-
bring out a gun and shoot it out of their hand.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. Yes, she's charging at me with a knife. She's walking at me with a knife. So I pull out a gun and shoot her knife with it.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Anyway. Alright, I'll just end the recording there.